Hello friends, welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to interview fitness expert and super mom and entrepreneur and custodian at HRX, Pallavi Barman. Welcome sis.
Thank you, Saija. Thank you for that honor. I'm really honored to be talking to you after numerous scheduling rounds. We're here finally to talk about something meaningful which can add value to your listeners on your channel.
Thank you so
much. Quite an illustrious introduction that you set out for me, but each of it comes with its own struggle.
I know.
There is nothing called a supermom. There's nothing called a fitness expert. It's just like, I think it all gets attributed to a certain sense of discipline. And for me, that is something which is my kryptonite. Literally, discipline is what defines, there's a very fine line between performing and overperforming, achieving and overachieving, right? And I feel it's just that discipline which kind of carries you through. So literally by following, and it can mean anything, right? It just does not necessarily have to be around fitness. It's basically means things that you end up doing to sort of control your mind and channelize your energy in a certain way, which helps you harness your maximum output in a very, very positive way.
Yes.
Does that make sense? I think.
Yes, it may.
So I started out on my fitness journey about 10 years ago when I was new to Mumbai. Like I'd come to Mumbai with a job, and I was fresh out of a broken relationship, and I had left my past life and I kind of come to Bombay with a new job. And I did not know anybody in Bombay, and Bombay can be overwhelming. Like it was overwhelming because you have to struggle. You have to literally struggle for the commute. You have to struggle to find a half-decent place. It's an expensive city, right? And the houses are like really small and compact.
Yeah.
And for somebody new who's just set out to making it in life, forget making it big, like, the word struggle, which kind of features, you actually experience the struggle when you come to a place like Mumbai. So all of that was happening. And incidentally, I didn't know too many people and I didn't have friends or I didn't have family here. So now the choice was either to squander your energy in squander your energy in sulking or trying to, like the choice is either to find yourself caught up in a situation and get drawn into self-pity and think, oh, what have I done to myself, and why am I doing all these things, which happens, which is a very natural feeling and a very natural emotion, which used to happen to me as well. And out of this feeling of self-persecution, a lot of people either end up being depressive, yes, or they end up giving up.
Actually, right? I thought of asking you that, like, how are you maintaining your mental health in this, like, scheduling and all of that, and with kids, yes, and maintaining the family life and also work life, and how are you managing it?
Yes, I'll come to that, but it's all rooted here. So, I mean, back in those days, also the choice was this, whether I could keep sulking and keep thinking, what do I do? Or it was about channelizing my energy towards something positive and maximizing my output, therefore. So I resorted to working out. I chose CrossFit back then 10 years ago, which was something very, very new, which was just sort of catching ground in India. And it was something very intense. And I used to go after work at night, 8 to 9. And I used to come back very satisfied. It's about spending time with yourself. It's about being able to do something for yourself. It's about feeling energetic. It's about feeling fresh, refreshed, so on and so forth. And it started feeling good. It was as simple as feeling good about myself. It was as simple as feeling good in general about the situation and feeling in control of the situation. So I guess the lesson that stayed with me is something which is very dear to my heart now, and it's become a guiding principle. When I had my first child, and like I said, I don't have family here. So my family lives away. And in the name of support system, of course, now I have many, many friends, and I have, of course, very helpful staff, which helps me work through my day and helps me follow my routine and kind of ensures that I'm able to be at work, they take care of my kids in my absence. They're as good as family now. But like, it's very easy to give up, right? At any given point in time, you're a new mother.
It's not easy.
Your body is undergoing so many changes. You're not feeling yourself, because when your body undergoes so much change,
I
mentally it takes a toll, especially women's hormonal health.
yes.
I think it's the most underrated thing. But I think if a woman is not in her mint condition hormonally, if there is an imbalance, then the family and kids and the kith and kin suffer. It's not the woman alone who suffers.
Indeed, I
So
can totally understand with like, yeah.
yeah, so I started reading a lot. I started understanding myself a lot. So there's a lot of self awareness which has come through. I mean, I have had anger issues. I used to get very angry, very frustrated, because when you are a certain kind of person who wants to do a lot in life, a small little feeling of not being able to sit down in the morning and read the newspaper can trigger anger reactions in you first thing in the morning, and then it has a domino effect on your day.
True.
Saying, oh, one little thing I can't do. I can't even sit for 5 minutes and read the newspaper. How unfair is life? And then you go to work in that grumpy mood, and then you.
That happens.
So it has a domino effect, right?
Oh, yeah.
And the more you want to do in life, the more you'll be faced with this kind of resistance.
Yes.
Because if you want to pack your day, everyone has those 24 hours, right? Nobody has the luxury of anything beyond 24. And if you're the kind of person who wants to pack your life, and I'm not talking about wanting to be unnecessarily productive, but I'm just talking about having a handle on a few things in life, saying, I don't want to drop the ball on this, I don't want to drop the ball on that. The more you pack yourself up, the more opportunities will come your way to feel frustrated, because nature will pull you out of it. You will not be naturally allowed to do everything that you want to do, because we are social animals and we are governed by so many factors around us. It's not just us in isolation, right? Our plans are made in isolation, but the execution depends on your entire ecosystem. It just doesn't depend on the individual alone.
Yeah.
So I may wake up making a lot of plans for myself, saying, I'm going to work out today for an hour. I'm going to put my feet up and read those 3 chapters in a book. I will go to work, look a certain way and nail that meeting. But then, sorry, I have 2 children now. I have a family. I have a household. I have to buy spoons in my house, soap in my house, toilet paper in my house.
Yeah.
All of that is my responsibility. And I also have to deliver revenues at work. I have to ensure my children are progressing in their education. They go to school. I make them do online school. So life never reduces or diminishes all this for you.
Yeah.
But what helped me maintain my balance, honestly, I attribute it to number 1, my fitness pursuit, and number 2, self-awareness. Like when I've been working out nonstop for almost 300 days now, especially when pandemic hit. I was very disturbed because there was just too much which was forced upon me, right? I mean, it wasn't predictable. I never expected. I had a 3-month-old baby. I had a 4-year-old daughter. Online school began. My own work started. Everyone was at home all the time, so there was no demarcation of anyone's space. I didn't have a schedule, so I was fitting myself into windows and blocks and wherever I could fit myself. If I wanted to do something for myself, it was not available. Like, small little things that as women you want to do. You want to just wear the lipstick sometimes and feel good. You want to paint your nails. You want to have good hair. You don't want to live in the mummy bun all the time. But it was not happening. So I said, okay, I need to choose something that keeps me sane, and I will do it every day religiously for at least 30 minutes, so that I know I have done something for myself and I've spent that time for myself, creating something positive in me, within me, for myself. So I took to running, I took to working out at least 30 minutes. And it's been 300 days now. I haven't broken that record. I do it every day.
Wow.
And genuinely, when I finish it, I feel much happier. I feel I'm more in control. I'm more giving. I'm not grumpy because I have got that little window to myself, for myself. So that is one. And the other thing, from the point of view of managing mental health, yes, I used to get very angry, which is, like I said, for various reasons, because I was not able to do what I want to do as an individual. Forget the woman part of it, forget the mother part of it, forget the wife part of it. But as an individual, you need gratification for your own being, right? And I was not able to do anything which I like to do. Like, I have not seen Netflix in many, many years. I haven't managed reading a book end to end in a very long time. I haven't managed going out with my friends alone for a glass of wine. So, I started cutting out the chaff. I said, okay, let's not get into projects which I can't complete. I will park it for later.
Mm.
So, just a very small example, I recently started teaching a course at a university.
Wow.
And I've been wanting to do that for many, many years now. So much so that I have had invitations. And this invitation was particularly from an IIT Kharagpur. I was supposed to be there to teach a course.
Oh.
I had booked my tickets. And I was met with a situation where one of my children were unwell.
Oh my God.
And the condition at home was such that I cancelled my tickets.
Oh.
And it was embarrassing in the sense that I had promised and had committed to be there, but I could not turn out to be there, right? And also more than that, it's something which is very dear to my heart. Like I've wanted to be on campus to teach a course. I prepared for it. All of that happened, but I couldn't do it. So that episode, that was about 3 years ago, I said, okay, I'm going to park this ambition. I'll not even touch it. I'll not even spark it. Why get into it when I know fundamentally it will not be possible? Let's make peace with the fact that there are 2 small children who need me.
Mm.
Let's make peace with the fact that my hands are already full. Work-wise, there is an online school and I give like 5 hours to office every day with my children, you just saw. So amidst all this, I said, okay, I'm not going to touch that ambition. And I will only spark it when realistically I think I can do it. So I re-attempted it after 3 years now, 2 weeks back, and I successfully completed a course.
Congratulations.
I taught a course successfully without any break, and my students liked it. They enjoyed it. So the sense of fulfillment came. Yeah, but it came like 3 years late. But that's okay. I mean, I actually ended up doing it. I did it. So the analogy that I give, Saija, is if I'm in the driving seat, first of all, take control of your car so that you know at what speed can you drive and what road do you want to take. Set that direction for yourself. So if I know that I am driving, I can up the speed or low the speed. I know when to apply the brakes. I also know what my destination is. Sometimes the road that I've chosen is filled with traffic. I will get stuck. Sometimes I'll take a detour, get lost, but I'll come back. As long as you know what your destination is, and I'm just going towards my destination, I'm fine with it. I'm okay being late. I'm okay being, late to the party in the sense that I'm okay to defer my plans, but I know my destination. So
wonderful.
I think that's what
you had
me kind of.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it's just about that sense of clarity is the word. Yes, that's like having a sense of clarity in terms of what you want to do.
Yeah.
And whenever that happens, it's fine as long as you're working towards it.
Yeah. And I personally need to thank you because when you started Fitness Web, it's been almost 10 months maybe. And since that day, I never missed my workout. So I followed what you said in our chat, and it's wonderful. Even it's helping me that what you said about the anger management, I got the same problem. So it's helping me when I wake up every day, and the first thing I do is oil pulling, and then I wash my face and I directly work out. And I do that, maybe it's just for maybe 30 minutes, but I do that maybe because even I saw so much inspiration in you as a person, not as like you're working in HRX or not. I saw the like inspiration in you, like while you're posting your videos, not just like what it looks outside, but I saw the deepness within you, that you found courage for yourself. So that's why deep within me that I had the like thought to interview you first of all. So that's why I waited for your interview, and today it happened. I'm so glad. Thank you so much for that, for giving a schedule for me to work out every day.
I'm happier than you. I'm much happier to be here than you can imagine. Thank you so much again.
Thank you so much. And
genuinely, you feel good about working out every day? It helps?
Yes, it
in what way?
In my health and in my like mental state, and like in anger management, and also for making my day even active in like what do I say, like after having periods and like I feel so dull, but after working out it's different. And even my friends are asking me what's my secret. And I also shared them to guys, workout guys, and it's not possible for few days, but when you continuously work out, it will happen. I know. Even I really like saw that very amazing thing in you, that whatever the situation may be in your life, you are waking up and you're doing the work, you are doing the workout. It's not very easy, like it's very inspiring for me as well, because even
Yeah,
our
actually,
situations are
my
not.
life is.
Go ahead.
I say no. I mean, what you brought up, my routine, my life is very boring because I do the same thing every day.
That's the
Like
secret of
if someone,
success, I say.
I don't know, for some people it's extremely monotonous, right? Like people call this
True,
monotony of
true.
life, but I thrive in monotony. I think for me, if I am not monotonous, there is something off about it.
Mm.
And I call it discipline. Some people call it monotony, I call it discipline. And I eat the same thing every day. I've been eating the same things every day for months and years. I My routine is the same every day. I wake up, I make my bed, I do my jal neti, I'm with my children, I feed them breakfast, then I do my workout, then like there is no change at all. And if you and I enjoy it. I have no complaints. I don't feel burnt out. Yes, once in a while you do, like when you feel like your nerves are going to explode because there's an overload.
Yeah.
But other than that, um, or when your hormones are kind of raging, those are the times when you feel like, oh, this
Yeah,
world is
yeah,
conniving
yeah.
against me. What's
I
wrong?
totally
Like life is unfair.
yeah.
But other than that, minus those 4 days, I think technically for 24 days in a month, I am very monotonous and I'm very happy being monotonous. Like
That's amazing.
I don't think I can
Maintaining
shake my.
low dopamine hit life is like long lasting life. I believe that, and it's not like it's not easy. Like it's not a piece of cake, but achieving that is more in life. Like continuously, like I say, evolution will not come in one day, but it's like every day we have to do that, and one day we'll master it. Maybe if not, like life is. I believe that it's like it's not possible to achieve a dream in one day, as you say. But even I learned that when I started my workout 9 months back, I even can't do push-ups. And then I used to do knee push-ups, but yesterday I can do full push-up. I'm very happy about that. And I now know that it's possible when you continuously evolve every day. Like it's not, oh my God, I felt bored. Yes, it's true. We got emotional storms and we got very like frustrated at home, or maybe situations maybe regarding of family members, maybe because of their in health, or maybe because of what do we say about career problems. So all will come like in a like difficult way. It will become a hurdle to you to wake up every day and to do the workout. And like the ultimate focus is about the continuous practice of doing it, and like observing, like being an observer between your thoughts and the
Yeah.
flow. That's the mastery, I really say. So it's helping me really a lot, sis. That's amazing that
No,
you're.
yeah, it's a process, like you said, right? It's an evolution process. A lot of people say, how do you stay motivated? It's like the commonest question that people ask, that how do you stay motivated? How do you do this
Yeah,
every day?
yeah.
And first of all, I don't know any other way because, like I said, I'm extremely boring. And over a period of time, my body has become used to receiving some things, like, so if I don't give my body its due,
Mm,
then the system starts revolting.
mm.
And I personally don't feel energetic. For me to get all the energy to be able to do everything that I pack in my day, I genuinely feel that it's needed. And evolution is a very slow process, like you're saying. It just walks in tiptoed. Like it's not something which announces its arrival.
It's true.
Well, I'm not young. I'm 38, and I have two children, and I've had two C-sects, and I have abs. Like I'm a mother for 5 years now. One is 5, one is 2. The second one is going to be 2 soon. And people just find these things very. They find it impossible. It's near impossible to achieve, but that's not the case. If you're at it, and if you know what plugs to pull on, what buttons to press, what are the things that you need to do right, which comes through self-awareness, you have hit evolution. You have already evolved yourself into, or morphed yourself into your next best self. May
Mm,
not necessarily be your best self,
mm,
but at least you're progressing in that direction. And mentally also, like a lot of times people battle it out saying, how am I going to do this?
Yeah.
So there is something called a problem approach, I feel, and there is something called a solution approach. And it used to happen to me earlier also. Now, hit with a problem, oh my God, online school is starting, which means morning 8 to 1 is gone. Now, if I have to be with my child from 8 to 1, that means workout window is gone. I'm not going to work out at 1 in the afternoon. And then it means I will only eat after the workout, which means you stay hungry, you prolong.
Yeah.
It just seemed nearly impossible.
Yeah.
And I used to focus on this problem a lot. And then I said, let me try and shift this to a solution. What if I squeeze in something while she's doing her class? Or what if I start breaking it down into 2 or 3 parts? And what if I find a 30 minutes window? Maybe I can quickly run an errand and come back. So now I do finish my workout in that window while she's doing her classes in the morning. And I do more than 30 minutes. I usually end up doing about a 45 or a 50 minutes because I squeeze it in between. It's okay to break it into parts. 15 minutes of skipping while she's in class, 20 minutes of running around buying vegetables and coming back, another 15-20 minutes of lifting weights while she's in class. And that's a wonderful kick-ass workout that you've given yourself.
Yeah.
So it gets done. There is a solution because a problem will not appear. Problem solution always appears in a pair, right? It's just that solution plays hide and seek. So you just need to find it. Problem is more in the face. So if you, and this applies to everything in life, it's not just about finding the window to work out, but in general, I say the same thing to my team at work. Problem everyone is faced with. Solutions few can seek. So if you just tweak your approach and you just say the same problem statement in a different way, saying, oh my God, I'm stuck with this, and my targets are not going to get completed this month. Versus, okay, the month end is nearing. What can I do to complete my target? The moment you say it like that, it doesn't seem like a problem. It seems like you're seeking a solution for something. So you just reverse it for yourself, and that's how you train your mind. And I started training my mind. Okay, if my nanny is going away, which means I have no help. So let me think, how am I going to make it work? Kids will come to office with me. Okay, fair enough. I will work while they're in school. Let's figure. So the moment you just sort of, you don't drain yourself too much by boggling yourself down with just kind of bombarding yourself with problems, but you end up becoming your own helper. You start saying good things to yourself. You start calming yourself down. And with a calm mind, you can always see a way out. There is almost never ever that there is no way out of a problem.
It's wonderful. It's really, really beautiful. And I like it. It's a lot for me to learn from you. It's because even like the way you left your past and like created a new life. And that's a really great inspiration for many, because nowadays, like when we say about the mental health, like the problem with mental health is that you have to deal with your past, and like you have to let it go and to create a new future for you. And in that, maintaining your like life slowly and into your aims and into your evolution. And that's a beautiful process. So what's your tips for those like who are struggling with past and wanted to live their new life or becoming their new version? So what are your tips for them?
The most commonest statement that anybody and everybody issues when it comes to discussing this particular matter is start loving yourself. Like, this is something that I hear very often. It's very true. I'm not denying it, but it doesn't come easy. Loving yourself is more taxing than loving someone else, because we grow up. We are taught to be guilty, right? Like when we do it, right? When a young child hits somebody, you teach them to be guilty. No, you have not done a good thing. It's a bad thing. Say sorry right now. I don't know any other way of training. Honestly, I'm not commenting on bringing up children, because I do the same to my children. Like when they hit or when they do something wrong, I immediately ask them to apologize. Say, you've done something wrong, you must apologize. That's instilling a sense of wrong and right, fair enough. But also, I think the way we are, society, the way we kind of are brought up, we are actually taught to feel guilty at every stage of life. So loving oneself doesn't come easy. We're not kind of let loose to do whatever you want to do. Like we're constantly saying, don't mess up the house. You need to clean up after you're done. Don't jump from here, you'll hurt yourself. So there's always a negative attached to every action. when the child is growing up, right?
Yes.
The
Yes.
repercussions add up to bigger picture in one's mind. You don't know, some people know how to come out of that guilt and live in the moment.
Yes.
Some people are unable to do that. You cannot surpass that sense of guilt because sometimes it's very overpowering, circumstantially or as an individual. Now, I think I'm just dissecting the love yourself statement a bit more, and I want people to go back and think and introspect.
Mm.
Uh, are you able to make the most of the moment you are in? Are you able to feel happy in the moment you are in? And if you are able to, I'm not talking about the sense of wrong or right, but if you are able to feel happy in the moment you are, uh, just enjoy it and cherish it, and don't hold it against yourself.
Mm.
That happiness has come to you for a reason. Embrace it, keep it,
Mm.
and forget dissection. Don't dissect about what gave you that happiness. Now, I'm sorry, this statement can translate into many, many things, and I'm not
But
talking
no,
about
no, no, no. It's a
use
like
of
it's true. It's
external substances, or I'm
amazing
not talking
perception.
about,
It's true.
yeah, I'm saying like a lot of people, let's just talk about women, okay, in our country. If a woman takes a day off
Mm.
just to, go get a pedicure, just to go watch a movie alone, just go have a glass of wine, how easy to difficult is that? It's very difficult.
Yes.
Practically, it's very difficult.
Yeah.
But if you're getting an opportunity to do any of that, just cherish it, just enjoy, bask in the moment. Try evading other thoughts. It may come in small packets, and welcome those small packets. Just enjoy those small packets. It's a progression. Start doing things for yourself. It's not about being selfish, or even being moderately selfish is all right, I would say, as long as you know that you are the kernel of happiness for your family. Give yourself that happiness.
True.
You need to start finding your happiness in something, hold on to that, enjoy it guilt free, and pass on that happiness. That is what loving yourself starts. Loving yourself is not about fitting in a small size dress or having the perfect nails or perfect hair. It's about having a genuine smile. It's about having clarity of mind. It's about doing what it's about. If you're going out drinking, let your hair down and dance. Don't friggin' care what the world thinks. No, don't bother about your age. Wear those shoes that you like to wear. Wear that mini dress that you enjoy wearing.
Amazing. True.
And I'm saying like all of these sound feminist, but I'm not a feminist. I'm not a feminist
I can
at all.
totally get it. It's true. Actually, it's not like
Yeah.
it's not about feminism. It's about a human being joyful.
Yeah, exactly. Give yourself like, fathers, they end up doing so many things guilt-free, right? The sense of guilt is not overhanging, overarching all the time.
Yeah.
But for mother, guilt is their middle name. They always, or women in general. Let me just sort of, again, this is not emanating out of feminism. A lot of it is
Go ahead.
because of the way the society is. It's patriarchy that we are used to living in. And it's not right or wrong. I'm not here to correct anybody, and I'm not setting out on a journey or a path to correct the society and convert patriarchy into matriarchy. None of that is going to happen. So women need to be aware of it. You need to find your own space. And if you can't go or nudge, make your own space, bro. Just squat, make your own space.
Amazing.
It's not trying to correct the world. It's not about not shaving your armpits. It's none of that. It's about creating your space, living with it no matter what. The world can go do whatever, but as long as you know you have a direction, you have clarity of reaching your destination, you have the gusto, you have the strength, and you have the right kind of balance, just go all out. There is nothing stopping you. You're going to be a force.
Wow. Really, really amazing. And the way you explained it, like it opened all like once of my perception of the world. I see men and women like entities. They are just beings. It's the original state of like everyone is joy, and the higher purpose even had the higher goal of the humans is like whichever job you are in or whichever situation you are in, the ultimate goal is happiness, joy, and like mastering your own voices or maybe mastering your own handles is for like feeling that joy ultimately. So what you said is correct. It's not about the women or like men. It's all about human beings. I really, really appreciate that. It's beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing.
Absolutely. I mean, you go back to Adam and Eve, you go back to the prehistoric era. If anybody's interested in history, I'm okay to ignite that chapter. But the prehistoric men, The roles were defined even back then. The women used to be in the cave, taking care of the family, rearing the children, birthing children. Men used to go out and hunt and do the physical, strenuous work. Men were not supposed to be in the cave rearing the children. It was always the women. Well, ideologies were different. It was not about matrimony then. It was about equality. It was about liberty. Women were at ease to do whatever they wanted to do, to choose whatever they wanted to do, to choose whoever they wanted to choose. And men were at liberty to go hunt whenever they felt hungry, do whatever, wander, find a new settlement. But the roles were pretty much naturally defined. Women were still birthing. Women were the genesis of the female body, the structure defined is for birthing. And men do the heavy lifting in prehistoric era. So now I can't turn around and say, okay, only because I lift weights, I want to do the heavy lifting. I want to be the man of the house. I don't want to be the man of the house.
Exactly.
But also rearing the children, it's my job. So I can't bash up my man for not being there because he has other things to do. I know it's my life which needs to get adjusted to ensure that my children get an upbringing. Because classically, this cannot be reversed. So there is no point in trying to fight pseudo battles because you will only end up creating a state of mind for yourself which will borderline be disturbed or disturbing. So
that's true. Like whenever I'm like when I was in research about ancient Indian women, like what I found out in those stories is that they are like independent and not in the sense of that you said I have to be the man in the house. It's not like that. I learned that perception and now I heard it from you. I learned those aspects from when I'm researching about maybe I think you already heard about Queen Rudram Devi, who brought up like a man, actually not like a man. Everyone thinks like that, but she made herself a queen. Like actually she is a king, not like a man. So everyone thinks like that. So when a woman trains herself to be a warrior, so I say the warrior fits better than like king and queen. So the warrior mentality of everyone like needs to train, like we have to take care like of family. And even the mother has a big part in a family because she has to take care of her children because their children will be enlightened to the world, and even their family and her husband and her parents are all of them will like they will feel the energy of that woman if the woman is evolving into her life. So a woman evolution is important here. So I see that sense that women have to be enlightened, not just only women, men has to be enlightened because it has to be equal sharing the knowledge and wisdom. So it will be amazing for women when men is also evolving so they can understand women almost in any aspect.
No, absolutely the need of the hour. I'm working on a new business prospect, which is around balancing women's health. And it is essentially taking care of the woman through the 28-day cycle and enabling the right kind of intake during every phase of the cycle, right? So during the 4 phases, how are you supposed to take care of yourself and how are you supposed to sort of supplement your intake so that things balance out. The business, and I'm not at liberty to take the name of the business, but the strategy that we've deployed is to actually go the community route. And surprisingly, the community targeted here is the men, because women know of all these things. A man's hormonal cycle lasts 1 day. A woman's hormonal cycle is 28 days. And every day is different. It's like the moon. Every day is different. So it's not the moon's job to be aware of its shape. It's the sea, the earth, the people who take cognizance of the moon's energy on a daily basis, right? The high tides, the low tides. That's exactly what happens to a female body. So I feel the new age men, brothers, fathers, husbands, boyfriends, they are the ones, employers, partners, whatever you want to call them. They are the ones who need to be aware of how to take care of the women, because the day they hit that mark where they start understanding that, oh, my woman, be it my sister or my daughter or my partner, she's reacting a certain way because her body is making her react a certain way, and they start managing themselves as per that, it's a win, it's a victory. We have a new society. But that is the kind of education that's now needed. And I think technology will enable it. At some point in time, we will be able to educate Gen Z, and because people are becoming sensitive towards these things, people are beginning to acknowledge and understand.
Yes.
So I think the day we kind of manage an education like that, we will have quite a lot of balance restored in the system.
Indeed, indeed. We can create a better society, and I'm really really fortunate to have an elder brother who can take care of me every month, and he asks me how I am, and he also shares me like
Wow.
workouts, and I'm very very blessed to have like a father like a brother, and I'm so fortunate. Like the, honest, the things you are saying now is like they are touching my soul. Why? Because I contemplated all these things once, and like these are coming from you. It's like reaffirming for me, and thank you so much. You are a different person, you are very very unique. You like the deepness in you, like I think many of people can't even see in you, but they will after this interview. But I felt really really deep thoughts in like after hearing your perception towards the world and women and women embodiment, when understanding that it's a science, it's beautiful science. And I call it temple. Like when the why I see workout as a like puja, because it's our embodiment is like a temple. And so when we do the puja every day, so I even do that my yoga and workout on my God's room, because I feel that it's my puja. So everyone who is inspiring the people to do the workout and to encourage them to be fit and take their like embodiment into a good shape and or in health or in mentally, I see them like real inspirations, and you are one of them. I'm very 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 glad. You are amazing.
First of all, a big shout out to your brother and father for taking such good care of you and respecting you. I think that's the right word which I should use to respect the fact that they respect you, the fact that they respect your womanhood. And actually, that's just taking care. That's what defines taking care of a woman, literally, right? It's not really, well, it's great. Chivalry is great. Opening the door for a women's entry is great. But then technically, these are the things which matter. And I think that makes relationships really beautiful.
Yes.
The relationships which have a man woman involved in any capacity, it just makes it very very beautiful and very precious. Second thing is what you mentioned about doing your workout in your God's temple. Saja, I just have an anecdote. Recently, I read on my friend's post. She's basically a yogini.
Mhm.
And when you release this, I'll share this part with her because I
Sure,
found it
sure,
very beautiful.
sure, sure.
What she mentioned. She mentioned that working out is actually something to this tune. Okay, I'm not really recreating the verbatim, but it meant was when you can create a confluence of your heartbeat and breathing.
Mm.
Typically, when you're kind of just working out without being in it, like when you're doing using brute force or when you're just sort of completing something for the sake of completing it, it's brute force. And it's not necessarily both things in tandem, which is your heart and breathing. But the moment you can start on a note where you have already gotten your heart and breathing in sync,
Mm.
you will have a beautiful confluence. You will have the most effective output, whether you do yoga or meditation or lift weights or do whatever, or you swim.
Mm.
You will breathe through. Your form will be the best. Your output will be great. Your energies will be amazing. You will be the happiest person post a session like that. So it's great that you choose a spot like that because I think that allows the whole rhythm to set in.
Wow.
In that kind of a setting it just becomes more rhythmic, the heart and breathing.
Wow.
So so whoever works out, please remember, because I have kind of taken note of this when
Sure,
I
sure,
read it.
sure, sure.
And I think it's a great practice to first get both in sync and then you go with the flow. You will see
Yeah.
how beautiful it feels.
Wow, that's amazing. And I'm so, so glad, glasses. And I'm very, very honored today to like, you gave me so much time and so much inspiration. And I felt really, really deep. Even I don't have words to say about you, because you like your place in my heart went like this. It's very, very, very amazing. You are an amazing person, mother, and also a human being. Love you so much.
Thank you so much. You see me grinning ear to ear. It was beautiful being here with you. Thank you so much for having me over.
Thank you.
And
Thank you
whenever you
so
need me,
much.
just give her a shout. I will, like I said, I may be late to the party, but I will arrive.
Sure, of course. And I can't wait to meet you one day when I come to Mumbai for second time. Maybe I'll see, maybe next year.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Now world has opened up.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll meet soon.
Thank you so much, sis. And
That's good.
your beautiful, beautiful kids, and they are wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot, Saija, for having me over.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye. Take care.
You too, sis.